There we go. That's a bit more like it. All right. Hopefully we'll get some people to join. But in the meantime, I'm going to keep wrenching away. Nobody's on yet. That's okay. We'll see how it goes. How do I go about removing this? So what do we got? We got somebody already. Mojave Man, hello. Sorry, I am... wow, there's quite a few people on straight away. Hey all, how are we? There's 26 people already, Jesus. How's everybody doing, by the way? First and foremost, hope everyone's doing all right, having a good Easter, staying safe, and doing what it is that you do best, which is being awesome. I'm currently working on the K8S. The plan of attack here is to remove the power system from this and put it into my Infraction. That's the plan. So somebody got notified and came in immediately. Nice to see. Good to see you're healthy, brother. Thank you very much. Good to see so many people on. I know that last time I went live on YouTube was a little bit later at night, so I figured I'll do one in the morning. Give somebody else, in different parts of the world a chance to join in. You're still working? Yes, I am still working. Believe it or not, the hobby shop has been going gangbusters. We've been doing some incredible sales figures. 90% of it is online, which makes everybody really busy, especially a lot of the back office stuff. But man, I've never seen it this crazy. It's the hobby shop's going absolutely bonkers. It's unbelievable. Hi from England. Hello. Sorry, I will try my best to keep these comments, try to read through. Good to see you. Hope you're hanging in there with the coronavirus. Yes, I'm doing all right. Pedro, hi from Portugal. Hello, Pedro. Hola. And from the UK. So lots of people from the UK. It's because everyone is bored. That's why I pressed the new RC also. Yeah. So it's kind of like a double-edged sword. So normally the people that would come into the shop, they're now buying stuff online. But then there's also a lot of people online that are just buying stuff just because they're bored. They're not spending their money on beer. They're not going out to pubs. They're not gambling. They're not socializing or going out to whatever. And so they're like, well, I've got also expendable income. What do I do with it? So people are buying puzzles and Legos and RC and God knows so much stuff. It's absolutely incredible. So yeah, hobby shop is been doing really well. Someone's fixing my Bigfoot and Outcast 4S today. Nice. So I'll 12R1. What's up? What's going on, dude? Nice to see you on here. Hello from France. Oh, jeez, how do you? Oh, no, that's all. No. I can't say too much in French. I don't know too much French stuff. Would love the newest Team Magic RC, the new E6 Gen 4. I'm ordering mine soon. Nice. God, there's so many comments coming through, guys. Sorry. Just finished my Mojave build. Whoa. Someone's doing an 8S Mojave build. Nicely done. Well, I'm trying to remove my power system from my K8S, which I haven't even ran since I got it back from the UK. So I suppose I'll put this down here so you guys can sort of see it a little bit. Is that? No, that's it. Okay, so I'm just working on this, and I figured I'd go live. Good, hope you're staying safe. Yeah, I hope everyone's doing all right with this corona stuff. I know that it's can be stressful. Myself in particular, I've all the flying clubs are closed. All the RC race clubs have closed. The condition over here isn't as bad as it is in other parts of the world. I don't think we've even hit 100 deaths yet from it, so we're doing pretty well. by comparison. But everything's closed. We're in what they're calling a stage 3 lockdown, which means you only go outside for like 4 particular reasons. One of them is medical care, the other one is grocery shopping, some daily exercise, and work, if it's essential work, of course. And I guess I'm an essential worker because I work in a hobby shop and people need a hobby to maintain their sanity. So, yeah, you can't really go out and like all the skate parks are closed, BMX parks are all closed. I think general parks like footy grounds and that are still open, but I reckon if you go out there and just muck around with an RC, you'll probably get done. And the fines over here, by the way, if you get busted, let me explain this to you. If you get busted outside and you do not provide a valid reason as to why you're outside, they will book you over $1,600. It's absolutely insane. And businesses, if a business is caught, like business like coffee shops and what's it named, the not hair salons, like nail polish salons and stuff, the manicures, that sort of stuff. So they've all been shut down, and if they get caught, or if you're a business promoting gatherings, businesses can get fined like 5 to 10 grand or something like that. It's pretty full on, like it's pretty serious. But $1,600 because you're outside. Like if I go out and muck around with my car, and I get busted, and the cops decide, nah, it's not a valid reason to be outside. Boom, $1,600. So, ouchies, that would hurt a lot, and I'm not really going to try that. I don't think I want to test the waters, if you know what I mean. So I don't understand why the CSE is not coming out. I've unscrewed it. Maybe it's double-sided taped on. All right, so let me see. Let me read some of these comments. I'll bring this up here. That's ridiculous. We can use RC here, and that's exercise, especially for guys like myself, recovering from knee injuries who can't go walking. Yeah. See, the argument could be had that it's a form of exercise because it's a mental exercise, right? So, you're cooped up inside all day. Some people have lost their jobs. You're going through a tough time. You might have family members that are not doing so well. And, any type of hobby that gets you out of the house, especially if you're isolated, if you are on your own, I don't see how that can be penalized so heavily. But the fact of the matter is that if I go outside and the cops deem it as an unnecessary trip or something like that, it's $1,600, and it's like every state in Australia, it's a little bit different. Like some states are like $1,000, other states are like $1,300. I think Victoria, where I am, I think we have the most expensive one, which is I think it's $1,635 or some random number like that. I don't know how they came up with these numbers, but whatever. So what do we got here? We have all taken this coronavirus situation for real. We can end this by just staying at home. It's tough, but it has to be done. Well, that's true. I mean, at the end of the day, the whole idea of us staying home is, if you can imagine this, right? Say there's 10 people in a room and one person's got the virus. Now, it's a very contagious virus. Just by talking to people or touching people, you can spread the virus. If everybody scatters and spreads themselves out in that room, and the host of that virus, the virus dies within the host, then it's fine. Life can go on. But we have to wait for that to happen. But if everybody just shake hands, party like a normal thing, then obviously that virus is going to spread within those 10 people very quickly. And that's that's a very small scale, but, as far as country by country, town by town, world, that's the whole idea, is for us to stay away from each other for a while, let this whole thing die off, and hopefully somebody can find a cure for it or a vaccine or something, and then that's it. We can move on. But unfortunately, there are still a lot of people out there that are not doing that, and it's making life very difficult. So we're in this for months to come. It's not just going to be a few weeks. It's going to be months, and I have no doubt that I probably won't be able to go outside comfortably and run my RCs probably until the start of summer or something like that, or end of spring. So it's going to be a good, I don't know, 5-6 months before anything that like that happens. So yeah, it's that's just how it is. That's life. In the meantime, my plan of attack, as I said, is to remove this power system. I've also, because I'm going to be home today and tomorrow, I'm hoping to do some reviews as well. I haven't done reviews in such a long time. So I'm going to be filming some reviews. You will see in the back there, you see over there, there's a whole bunch of radios. I actually filmed, the video talking about upgrading your radios. A lot of people have been asking me for many, many years to do a video about that. And I'll be honest, like what's going on here? I've actually filmed that type of video twice now, 2 or 3 times, I think. But every time I play it back, I don't like it, and so I go back and I delete the footage and work up the courage to do it again. So, yeah, hopefully this time it's okay, and you'll see a video on radios, and hopefully you get some information about upgrading your radio and so forth. So, maybe, what have I got here? Okay, so what else we got? Let's go through some of these comments. There's a lot of comments on here, sorry. Los Angeles has been raining all week. What do we got here? VRC Pro Time. Yeah, just go online and play VRC. I have a question about Vas, but you didn't see it. Is the TLR8XE a strong and reliable chassis to use in competition? I would say yes. I know a guy who's been using that chassis and he's been actually winning some races. So I'm pretty sure that would do just fine. Sorry if I missed your question. If I don't get to it, just type it again because there's a lot of comments coming through and I miss it. So what else we got? Our president wants to open the country in 3 weeks. Yeah, I feel sorry for you guys in America having such a how do I put this? Having that type of president, having that type of person. All political agendas aside, that guy. Oh my God, Look, I don't know how he's portrayed in the States, but in other parts of the world, such as here, that dude, man, it's like watching a comedy gala. It is really, he's a laugh a minute. I can reassure you, and I feel sorry for all Americans, but your president is a laughing stock of every political figure that has ever existed. He's a freaking joke. It's unbelievable. The shit that comes out of his mouth. Unbelievable. I'm amazed. I'm amazed. But anyway, I don't want to get into politics. That's not what this channel is about. Let's talk about something else. So I know that I put up a video about the Sen trucks. And I know that like I wasn't expecting that video to do exceptionally well because it's not a type of RC that a lot of people are into, and that's fair enough. But I do have another video coming out with those Sen trucks that I did with Adam on the day, and it's basically just outside in the car park, and it's probably the most fun that I've had with RC in a long time, doing something. And I mean that in the sense that it was it's a different type of RC truck. Obviously, those solid axle monster trucks are a little bit different. And it was it was kind of cool to do that. And we did it. This was filmed. Oh God, I think it was filmed just before Stage 3 restrictions came in. So we were on the cusp of not being allowed to be out there. So it was filmed I think it was we were there on a Friday, and I think on Monday or Tuesday, the following Monday or Tuesday, stage 3 came in, and that's it. We couldn't go out there again. So that gives you an idea of how long ago that was, which would have been a good 4 or 5 weeks ago now, I think. Somewhere around there. All right, so it looks like I have my ESC out of here. Now I've got to unplug it. And what about the motor? How does this work? So the motor unplugs from there. So hang on, I'll show you this here. So I've managed to take the cover off the receiver box. And now I think I'm just going to unplug the motor. God. Get this guy out of here. Get that out of there, and that can unplug from there, because that's, oh, I see what they did there. Okay, so that's the lead that goes to the fan on the motor, and there we go. All right, so now I've got to take this rubber seal. So there's a rubber seal underneath here that the cable goes through this gap, and you got to pull this rubber seal off. You see there, so that you can actually get this cable out of here. I've got to get that out. There's a little piece of foam in there that goes in there too. I can't lose that. So I'll keep that there. And now there's one more screw holding the on and off switch, which I'll remove here. I probably should get my drill, because my drill would do this a lot quicker, but it's a lot more noisier. So what do we got going on? Let me have a look at some of these other comments that we've got here. Okay. Whoops. Let's see. Are you installing the MTC parts you get for it? No, not as yet. Well, I will. I mean, the plan is I probably will do that this weekend. But not right now. Right now, all I want to do is just remove the power system and put it into my Infraction. So that's what I'm hoping I can do in this live stream. That's a big ass truck. Yes, it is. Solid trucks in my future for sure. Do they make the big rock with the brain where you're at? Big rock with the brain? No, they're long gone, dude. Long gone. Just remove the fence, save you. I just watched that video. They look like a handful. Yeah, the little trucks, they're okay. They're good. They're good fun. Like, racing them around like that, I'll admit, wasn't the most fun, but it was still good to sort of kick Adam's ass. Adam, poor Adam, you know, he's more of a Gundam dude. So he loves his Gundam. That's what he's into. You know, everybody's got their thing. He's his Gundam, and he was really keen to come out with me and see what I do, because we work together, but he's never seen what I do with my videos and so forth. So he wanted to come out, and I said, yeah, sure, no worries, you know, come out. And I think initially he was just going to come and watch, but because my kids, like, I've been wanting to get my kids to do that video with me with the Sen trucks. Now this is double-sided taped on here. This is going to be a pain to remove. I've been wanting my kids to come with me, but they're so not interested, which is a bit disappointing. My kids are just not into RC. And sure enough, I figured, you know what, if he's going to be there, I'll take this opportunity and get him to film those Sen trucks. And he straight away jumped at the opportunity. He was like, yeah, for sure, man, let's do it. Oh, God. They used some space-grade double-sided tape on this thing. Look, this is the stuff that NASA uses, I'm sure. God, Jesus. I can't even. It's, wow. This is some of the strongest double-sided tape I think I've ever seen in my life. Good Lord. It's proper stuck. I'm gonna have to soak this in turpentine or something. Put it in acetone. Here we go. Just jab it. God. Good God. Man. Alright, if nothing else on this car was good, the double-sided tape deserves full marks. Jesus Christ. Oh my God. Okay, so you've all logged in to watch Vas struggle with some double-sided tape. Sorry, the comments have been... Oh God. Here we go. I got it. It's coming. It's alright. Crisis averted. Wow. There you go. Got it. Well, there you have it. Be prepared to use a jackhammer to pull these things apart if you ever decide to take the power system off this car. Jesus Christ. Could not make it any harder. Anyway. What else we got going on? So we've got a few people watching. It's not too bad. That's okay. So I got the ESC out. Now I've got to get the motor out. By the way, I know that a lot of people have had this issue with the motor screws on these cars. But my motor screw stripped on this as well. So trying to take the screws off the sliding motor mount here, they strip straight away. So can't decide between the K8S and the DBXLE. Well, I don't know, man. A lot of people that have been using the DBXLE, they seem to like it. Tony from CCXRC, he's got the DBXLE and he loves it. And he's got the K8S as well, so he'll be a good person to ask to see which one he prefers. But yeah, I don't know, like the DBXLE for me, like I really like the car. I've seen some videos on it and it seems like it's a really good car, really tough car. But I don't know how it goes as far as jumping. Like I don't think it jumps as well as this car, for example. Alright, now so we don't lose any of these little screws, because we don't want to lose the screws, we're going to put this inside the battery tray. There you go. Now we're going to flip the car around. And we're going to take this guy out of here. Alright. Let's see what we got going on here. What's happening in the comments? Vas, have you considered racing buggies or truggies 1/8 scale? Have I considered? Not really. I mean, I do like the RC Carnage stuff and, you know, race wars when I used to be able to do race wars, and that was like I enjoy that type of thing. I did try some on-road racing a couple of years ago, and I had a Schumacher MI1, which actually wasn't a bad little car for a beginner car. It was actually pretty good. And I was just running 21.5 turns. I mean, the thing did a top speed of like 35, 40 Ks. It wasn't very fast. But I enjoyed the racing aspect of it. You know, racing on road was actually pretty good. What I didn't like was the culture. And the whole attitude of people just wasn't very welcoming. There was a lot of very big competition. A lot of guys took it way too serious. There was no friendly banter or anything like that. It was, guys were just, man, it's not Formula One. Like, calm the F down. It's just RC cars, and people just took it way too serious. So, yeah, I wasn't a fan of doing that. What spare opinion would you use when you put that motor in ESC in the Limitless? Well, it's not going in the Limitless. It's going on the Infraction. Really love RC Carnage vids. Really fun to watch. Thanks, RC Harbinger. Oh, sorry, man. Mojave Man. Yes, same with me. The culture. They are so sweaty. Yeah, very sweaty people. Those guys. Racing can get too serious. Indeed. Racing would be good if, like, I think a lot more people will get into racing if people would just chill, just relax, and just remember that these are toys made of plastic and aluminium, and they were originally designed just for people to, I don't know, get out of their house and not have to talk to their wives or something. You know what I mean? That's really what these things are for. And people get so wrapped up in the whole racing aspect of it. They always have to have the latest and greatest gear and stuff. And there's a saying, because a couple of the guys that I work with, they are they actually race, and every now and again you get these new guys that come on, that come up and start racing, and they have all the latest gear, and their saying is, look, there's another one, all the gear, no idea. Because these guys, they just buy up all the latest and greatest stuff, but they have no idea what they're doing. And a lot of the times you don't need to have all the latest and greatest. Just go there to have some fun, and that's really what it should be like. But unfortunately, that's not what people do. So let's have a look. What's your thoughts on the Serpent E-Truggy RTR? I really have no thoughts. I've never had one. I know they're a little bit hard to get. I'm sure that they're good cars. I've heard some good things about them, but I don't know anything about them. Are you going to do any comparisons between the K8S and the X-Max? I think the internet is pretty saturated as it is with the comparison videos between the Kraton 8S. Sorry, I've put my hand over the Kraton 8S and the X-Max. I don't know if I want to go down that road of doing another comparison video. I mean, I don't know. Look, if you really want me to, I can. But there's really, I think most people have already kind of made their comparisons. It's not really, like, I'm probably not going to say anything that no one already knows. The thing is, the Kraton 8S is a really, it's actually a really good platform. I think RC Dude 81 and Rich Duperbash have proven that quite a lot with the upgrades that they've done on these cars and the mods that they've done, and you can see the potential that they have. I think that at the end of the day, that's really all it is. The Kraton 8S is an awesome platform. I think Armour are doing everything they can to make it better, and the latest update, rolling update that they've done is a testament to their commitment to making their cars better. And no doubt when they do officially release a V2, whenever that'll be, that people are going to be even more blown away by what they've done. Now that's right. There's another screw underneath. Where is it? There it is. Now is that a 2.5? That's a 2.5. Sorry, I'll just have a flick through these comments. What oil do you use in the center on the 6S? Mine are all stock, to be honest. Do you sell your RCs? I do sometimes when I need to make room for new ones, or I get sick of using them, or I just decide I don't want them anymore. But sometimes I don't sell upon request. Let me put it to you this way: if you're leading into, hey, can you sell me something? No, I'm not going to do that. I'll sell them when I'm good and ready to sell them. Okay, let's see how we go here. Now, to remove the motor, I need to remove this side guard, don't I? Yeah, I do. And that has, how many screws? 1, 2 screws, here we go. Hey Vas, have you had time to run the Techno again? Yes, I have. I currently have about 4 videos that have been rendered and are ready to upload. You will see the Techno again. I might be the, hang on, how am I going to do this? No, I think I'm going to do the Send trucks next again. I might do that because that's a straight follow-up from the video that just went live on Friday. So you'll see the Send trucks again, then the Techno truck, and then you'll see my Pro MT truck. And you guys are going to be a little bit surprised with what I have to say about the Techno and the Pro MT, I think. Terry, thank you very much for the love, brother. Appreciate it. Same price or better buy. Oh, hang on, I missed that. What was it? Same price is better to buy some Hobao or something. Huh? What? Have asked, which of your RCs do you have most fun with? Which of my RCs do I have the most fun with? Geez, that's an interesting question. I don't know. Why won't this move? What am I missing? Do I need to take that screw out as well? Bloody hell. I don't know. Like, I'll be honest. Like, I've really been enjoying my Mojave. The Mojave for me has been it's stolen the show. It really has. It's stolen my heart. Why won't this come out? What am I missing? I've taken out all the screws, god damn it. What is happening? Oh no, I haven't. No, wait, there's two more. Because I am partially blind. So what does that one do? Oh, that holds the motor mount. So what does that? What the freak? Okay, so does that go for the... No, but that's just a battery tray, you numbnuts. Why does that... Maybe it's locked into the battery tray. Okay. Yes, the Mojave. We got some people in Australia. We got Newcastle. We got somebody else, Mackay. We got Western Australia, Washington, US, Colorado, NorCal. Does that move yet? No, still not moving. What else we got? Mojave for the win. Brisbane. All right. Quebec, Canada. Man, I'd love to visit Canada one day. Like, out of all the countries, I know a lot of people like exotic countries. I don't know, like Japan or something like that. But like, I would love to visit Canada one day. There's something about it. I don't know why. There's just something about it. It just seems like it's going to be nice there. It's going to be safe. It's going to be fun. Michigan, Iceland. My goodness. What else we got? Dallas, Texas. What's your favorite radio transmitter? Favorite radio transmitter at the moment has to be the Futaba 4PM. And if I upload that video that I did with the radio, so you see all the radios back there for those of you who didn't catch it earlier, all those radios are on that bench because I did a video last night on them. And just talking about, you know, which radio you should upgrade, what you should look for, blah, blah, blah. Well, that's just removed the battery tray, but it still can't get... Why won't this come... What is going on? I'm going to have to remove every screw in this car just to take this out. Is there one more screw here? Yeah, that's the one. Okay. Unbelievable. Regret buys. The first one that comes to mind is the Team Associated Pro Light. That's actually a really good question for everyone. Regret buys. Yeah, Team Associated Pro Light. Definitely. Speaking of transmitter, anyone have thoughts on the FlySky Noble 4? Interesting question, that, because I was actually thinking of grabbing one of those just to see what it's like. Right. Oh, what? But I don't know. My experience. Oh, I see what they did here. There's a clip. Right. Okay. I see, said the blind man. So that clip comes off, and then this can... who's a clever boy? I like that. That's cool. So, hang on, I can't take that off because that needs to go there, and then... balls. Okay. I have a friend that races with a NB4 and he loves it. All right, let's see what else we got going on in the comments. What do you recommend as a first drift car? Look, I really like my Team Magic drift car. I'm a little bit biased because I've used that car quite a lot and I fell in love with it. It does take a little bit of time to get used to drifting that one. If you want something that's a bit easier, you should probably be looking at something like a HBI, something that has more like a 50-50 power distribution. The Team Magic is more like a 60-40, so the back wheels spin a bit faster than the front. And that makes it for a very interesting experience, but it also makes it that much more rewarding. So I prefer the Team Magic because it kind of forces you to learn to drift, whilst when I've driven cars like the HPI Sprint 2, for example, I found that incredibly easy and it was almost became boring because you don't have to try too hard to get that to work. Hey, is HPI trash? It depends on the car. I've had a couple of HPI and I still have one. I have my Savage XS. I still have that truck. And that has actually been doing pretty well. I mean, I haven't ran it in a very long time, I'll admit. But I really like the way that car is done and built. I also had the HPI Bullet MT. And I thought that was rubbish. The way that car was built just did not match the rest of the HPI lineup. It's almost as if HPI have got a couple of different factories. Ones that make the premium cars, like maybe your Vorzas, for example, your HP or your Savage and your Sprint 2s and so forth. And then you've got these other ones that make these crappy cars, like the Bullet MT and ST trucks are just rubbish. What other ones did they have? The E10, the road car, the E10. Like if you look at the way that car is built, and like it's not a very good car. So I don't know, man. It's HPI is a bit weird, and it's nowhere to be seen at the moment. So it's really sad to see such a influence. What am I looking? What's the word I'm looking for here? Influential. For this, it's an influential brand. Just disappear off the map is kind of sad. They keep saying that they're coming back, but I'm waiting. I don't know when that's going to happen. WR8 is another one that I really don't like the build quality of it. I think it's a great looking car. It looks awesome. I don't think it's built very well. But hey, that's just me. Did you start off in the 80s? No, I didn't start in the 80s. I didn't get into RC, like heavy into RC, until I was like in my mid-20s. So, and it was all because a friend of mine had an old Tamiya Bearhawk that he found in his cousin's garage. And he brought that out and he started running it. And this thing was a weapon. Like for me, I think prior to that, I only had some Kmart special RC cars. And they were super slow. They only run on AA's, right? So out of nowhere, he brings out this Tamiya Bearhawk from the 1980s, and this thing's just ripping around, making rooster tails. And I was like, oh, this is sick. I want to get one of these. So then coincidentally, we went to Metro Hobbies. This was over 20 years ago. And I bought my very first hobby grade car, which was a Tamiya TB01, which was like a rally car. And it was like a road car converted to a rally car, and it had the Colin McRae rally body on it. And it was a kit. You had to build it and everything. And the radio that I got was a stick radio, so you had throttle on one side, steering on the other, and yeah, that was it. After that, I started buying up more and more RCs. You know, you only need one, and if you get bitten by the bug, you're bitten by it. And yeah, I loved it. I love the tinkering. I love the building. I love the, just mucking around with them and just having some fun. And then my mate and I, we were trying to go as fast as we possibly could using brushed motors and nickel metal packs. I think the fastest we got was about 85 k's an hour. And that was, back, I don't know, 2000. So it's going back well over, late 90s, somewhere around there. So a long time ago. And then I took a break for a long time. I got married, I had a couple of kids, and yeah, I took a break for a long time, and it wasn't until probably around 2012 that I got bored of playing video games and picked up my old RC cars and decided to start the channel, and here we are in 2020. So yeah, that's how I started. Anyway, where are we at the moment? We've got our motor out of the K8S. Now, the interesting thing is this heatsink, you can see that it's quite loose. There's actually a spring. They've got this like little clip that slides in here and holds the whole thing, so it like acts like a clamp, and it keeps the thing nice and steady. So that's a really clever little trick there that they've done. I'm going to take out the pinion gear now so that I can remove the motor mount, and that's that. And now we can take out the motor mount, and then we can grab our Infraction. We'll move the Kraton out of the way. We'll grab the Infraction and we'll see if we can... Oh God! Okay, that's really tight. There we go, that's better. See, a nice little trick is you put another bit through the handle and it helps you crank on it. So, for those of you playing at home who haven't done this before. Oh wow, it's really tight. Thoughts on the Granite 4x4 BLX? You know, it's funny. Out of all the Armour cars and videos that I've done, out of all the collaborations and things that I've ever done for Armour, Hobbyco, and now Horizon, the Granite is a car that has eluded me for pretty much forever. I had one, but it was the brushed one. I remember back when Armour was still in Hobbyco, I was scheduled to get one of every of the 10 scale cars. The guy that I was talking to at Armour at the time said, we're going to get you one of everything. I want you to do videos on all of these cars. And I was like, sweet, man, it'd be sick. I wanted to get the Vortex, and we were gonna do the Vortex as a speed car. We were gonna try and get the Vortex to compete with like the Rustler guys that do all the 60 mile an hour, 100 mile an hour, 70 mile an hour passes with the Rustlers. I was gonna go and do a speed sort of series with the Vortex, but it never eventuated. It never happened. Things, plans change, time goes on, and never really eventuated. It never happened. So the Granite 4x4 BLX, never had one. Would love to get one. I was actually hoping that at one point that they were going to send me out a Big Rock crew cab, but even that I never got. So yeah, there have been some cars that have eluded me, some cars that I never got a chance to own. And but even today, I mean, even if they were to send me anything now, I wouldn't run it anyway. I can't run anything. So it's actually, at the moment, it's probably one of the worst times for companies to release cars, because over here in Australia, if you're going to run anything, you have to do it on your own property. Otherwise, you risk copping some hefty fines for being outside. The argument could be had that this could be for work, because we're allowed to go outside. Oh, I missed. We're allowed to go outside for work purposes, and I could say, well, I'm filming here and I'm doing this for work and what have you, but I reckon they'll still book me. And $1,600 isn't fun. So we're done with the K8S. I'm not going to bother putting any of this back because this all has to come off for the M2C chassis. So we're going to put all of this away. I'm actually going to get a little container for all these little screws that I've got here. So let's go for walkies. Let's see, what do we got here that I can use? Oh, I don't have a container, but I got little baggies. Oh, hang on, they got holes in them. You don't want a bag with holes? Here we go, that'll do. Okay. So, actually, I'll catch up on some comments here before we start doing anything else. Do you sell MRC cars? Terry, I've answered that before. Sold my Techno FT410, thinking of getting 2 RCs now. Whoop. and one would be either Outcast or Notorious. Well, Outcast and Notorious is the same car, dude. You just have different bodies. What is the best armor to buy? What brand of tools are you using? I'm using MIP, but I also use a lot of Huddy. I've got Huddy tools as well, which are actually very good. I like the MIPs because they have these bits. They look like that. And then I have a Tim associated handle, and I can just pop, switch out my tools that way. And I've also got a little electric drill which these fit into, which is quite handy. So that's why I use them a lot. At what point did you start to get sponsors on your channel? Like how many subs? Cause I'm trying to grow. At what point? I don't know at what point. The very first collaboration, or the very first time I ever got anything sent to me for free, was when I started sort of collaborating with Asia Tees. And it was with my team associated rival. So when I got my team associated rival, Asia Tees started sending me out some GPM stuff. So they actually contacted me, and they wanted me to do some promo stuff for them, and just basically do the upgrades, that sort of stuff. And I gotta be honest, like GPM parts are not really very good. I started blowing. They gave me some aluminium steering blocks for the rival, and I just started blowing out bearings. Like almost every run I ran the car, blew out a bearing. So I don't know if it was GPM, like the soft aluminium on those hubs, or what the story was, but in the end I ended up putting the plastic ones back on. I also got some shock towers for that car, and I think I got something else, I can't remember. The very first car I got for nothing, for free, was from Asia Tees as well, and that was the DHK Hunter BL. That was the very first car I ever got sent to me. And man, what a day. I actually didn't want to sell that car. I sold that car a couple of years ago when I was going through a little bit of a tough time. It was actually more than a couple of years ago. I was going through a bit of a tough time. I think I was in transitioning between jobs, and I was really desperate for money. And that car just wasn't getting a lot of use, and I wanted to keep it for that sentimental value, for the fact that it was my very first free RC on the channel, and I ended up selling it. So yeah, I was a bit sad. I'm still sad about it, to be honest, because I didn't want to get rid of it. But at the end of the day, you got to do what you got to do to pay the bills. So and that was it. That was the very first time. So if you go back to, I don't know how many videos I've done, and you look at my Hunter brushless unboxing, that was the very first time I received a free RC on the channel. So hopefully that answers that question. But how big was the channel? I honestly can't remember. I don't know how many subs I had. Maybe I had 4,000 or 5,000 subs. But times are different now. Like, you look at guys like Innovation RC, for example. Innovation RC had 800 subs. He had 700 or 800 subs when Horizon Hobby contacted him and asked him to do a video on the Limitless. He was the only guy in the world that had a Limitless at the time. And, guys like myself, who have been partners with Armour for 5 years, 4 or 5 years, my audience was dying for me to get my hands on the Limitless and present it to you guys, and didn't happen. So sometimes you just got to be lucky. I unfortunately have never been that lucky. I've not been one of those guys that has ever had a video that's exploded and got 20 million views or whatever. And none of my videos have got 1 million views, in fact. I've never had a massive explosion in subs, so much so that I'm still struggling to crack 60,000, whilst there are some much more younger channels out there than me that have tripled, quadrupled my figures. And I don't know why that is. Maybe it's, I don't know, who I am, how I talk, my haircut. Maybe it's my accent. Maybe it's my production, what I show, how I show it. I don't know. But yeah, it is what it is. I'm happy to do what I'm doing. This is a hobby at the end of the day, and I have a lot of loyal customers, and and not loyal customers, loyal subscribers, and I think that to me matters more than having, hundreds of thousands of subs that really are just here for, I don't know, the free giveaways or what have you. So that to me matters more. And I have to be thankful for what I have, not be upset for what I don't have. I think that's more important. So let's move the Kraton out of the way. Let's go and get the Infraction. So here we have my beautiful Infraction. Now the Limitless, I actually had to pay for. I had to buy the Limitless. I didn't get the Limitless for free. But the Infraction I did get for free, which was kind of cool. They did send me this one. And I was one of only a couple of people that I think got one of these for free. So I can't complain. Nothing to complain about. Cap pack. Now, I'm hoping, I haven't tried this, but I'm hoping that this motor fits okay. Because I actually haven't tried it. What have I done? Oh, it must be in here. I've gone, where's the motor mount? It's the haircut for sure. Yeah, I know, right? It's all of those reasons, but why? Wait, what's that? It's all of those reasons, but they are also the reasons why I subscribe. Thanks. Oops, sorry, I flicked the phone there from. I arrived and you removed the Kraton immediately. Sorry, Nelson. Sorry, dude. I just needed to pull the power system out of it, so I got the power system out of the Kraton, and now we're gonna put it in here. So that's the plan. So apologies for that, dude. I have 2 channels. YouTube is very competitive these days. You need to be particularly full-time to make a decent living. Yeah, I mean, it's hard to go full-time. It's a catch-22 for me because I feel like if I was doing this full-time, you guys would get videos probably about 3 to 4 times a week. And obviously by doing that, I would then in turn generate more revenue for myself. But the problem that I have is that I need that revenue to be there first for me to go full time, because the revenue that I make out of YouTube is not enough to even pay the rent, much less, make a living and pay electricity bills and buy RC cars and, put food on the table and all that sort of stuff. So it's a very difficult thing to do if you're trying to go full time. It's yeah. I mean, look, I have my good months. There have been some months that I clear almost enough to pay the rent for the month, which is really good. But the majority of the time, I make more per week out of my job than I get from YouTube in a month, if that makes sense. So my weekly wage is higher than my monthly wage from YouTube. Hope that makes some sense. So for me to sort of all of a sudden go, well, bugger this, I'm just going to go full time and hope for the best, I can't. I live on my own. I don't have anyone to support me. So I can't do that. I would need to have somewhere between 4 to 5 grand to come in from YouTube on a monthly basis for me to go, yeah, okay, cool. I can pull the pin on full-time work now and do this full time. But that's not going to happen with less than 60,000 subs and getting 5,000 views per video. It's not going to happen. I've been doing this for a very long time, and I would think that I would probably need to do YouTube maybe for another 10 years before that would actually happen. It's just a sad reality of it. There's no way around it. Once upon a time, YouTube actually was very promising for me. When my channel was growing towards the, I think when I was going around about the 20 to 30,000 mark, YouTube was actually looking very, very good. I thought that in a few short years, I'll be able to do this full time. Nah, not gonna happen. No way, Jose. I also tried Patreon. I did Patreon for a couple of years, and the idea with Patreon was that it was going to sustain the channel. I wasn't going to use Patreon for any sort of personal gain. The idea was that it could pay for batteries, it could pay for my time, it could pay for buying new RCs and new products that I could show on the channel. So it was kind of like, okay, well, there's a lot of really devoted people out there that want to help me. All right, put in $1 a month or something like that, and out of 50,000 subs, I figured, well, if 10% join, that's like $5,000 a month. All right. So did I make that? Wait. Yeah, 10%. That's $5,000 a month. I thought, geez, if that happens, $1 a month from 5,000 people, that means I can do YouTube full time. I can leave my full time job. Man, I think the most I got out of Patreon was like $300 for a month or something like that. And it went on for a while, and it did help. It did help offset some costs. I bought some tires. I bought some batteries. I some odds and ends, tools. Just little things, because that's really all I could get. And the crazy Chaos Reaper, all the ESCs, the batteries for that, the servo. A lot of stuff that I bought for that project came from my Patreon supporters, which I, very thankful for, and it helped. But ultimately, I think I pulled the pin on Patreon. I think it was December last year, actually. I think we were down to like $50 a month. And I'm like, no, this is pathetic. I feel like I'm just taking people's money, and it's not going anywhere. So, and it also required a lot of my time. Patreon required a lot of my time because there were perks, and the idea was to get people advanced viewings of the videos that were coming out and everything. And in the end, I was like, nah, this is it's not working. It's not worth my time. And I pulled the pin on it. And now Patreon is no more. So now I just rely on my own income and YouTube's revenue to pay my way, and that's it. I do what I can, and I can do what I can do, and that's it. Now, can this fit in here, or have I mounted the motor mount incorrectly? Oh God, what have I done here? All right, let's have a look. What else have we got going on here? Your next RC buy. Agreed about the tractor slash and Nanosecond. The slash is a decent, but way overpriced when compared to the Senton. Yeah, especially here in Australia, the slash is a little bit overpriced. What else we got? In the same way, brother. They said they'll have some releases this year. What else have I got? Just live stream everything at work and play. Oh, you'll get there. Be patient. Exactly right. Creighton or X-Max. Just finished wrenching on my Notorious. Nice. What is your guess on Armour will release next? My guess on what Armour will release next? I don't know, actually. I did hear rumors that there were, that the 8S platform, that this is not their only 8S car. So there's a likely chance that they're probably going to expand on the Creighton 8S, and they might bring out a short wheelbase version like an Outcast or Notorious 8S or something like that. So there's every chance that might happen. There's also, damn it, I got to do the same thing with this one that I did with the other ones. So here's the thing with these motor mounts for the Infraction, right? So I'm going to show you this because I think you guys probably don't know. I'm going to put this up here, and I'll lift this up so you can see a bit better. All right, so you see this? So this is the motor mount out of the, I'll bring it back here so you can be in focus. So this is the motor mount of the Infraction, right? Now notice how the motor actually sticks out quite a bit past the actual motor mount. So what's happening is, as I'm trying to slide this in, the motor mount that's here is actually hitting the top of this motor, and it won't allow me to slide this in. The way that I had my limitless those big motors mounted on the Limitless was I had a spacer, a little washer, in between the motor mount and the motor itself, so that you could just pop out the motor mount ever so slightly and allow it to slide in to the actual mounting plate that's here. So this little motor plate here, you can't mount it directly to the motor. You got to put a washer behind these two screws. Behind these two screws here, you got to put a washer. So I got to take this out. I got to put a washer there, and hopefully that'll pop out. So let's see how we go in doing that. And I'll move the phone off this table because it's very wobbly, and you guys will probably get seasick. Whoa! Pointing up. All right. So we've been on an hour so far. I was hoping that this would get done in an hour or less, but I've been yakking along, talking. Why is Armour not in the crawler thing? Because Armour... Oh God, I think I've tightened this too tight now. Because Armour just aren't interested in it. You know, they every brand has its place. Like Axial, asking Armour to do a crawler would be like asking Axial to do an K8S competitor to the X-Max and the Creighton. It's not their game. It's not their thing. Right? So I think every company has its place, and Armour has this. You know, they design cars for the basher market, and they want cars that are fast, they want cars that are tough, they want cars that look cool, that people get excited about driving, and so on, and that's what they do. Everything else, you know, they let other companies take care of that. You know, crawlers and so forth, it's not their game. What was that? Oops, sorry. RC Masked Master. Armour is with Horizon now, and Horizon have someone developing crawlers correctly. Love the channel, great work. Thank you. Axial needs a 1/5 scale crawler. Yeah, see, that would be interesting. A 1/5 scale crawler. But I don't know, man. Like, you also have to think that, look, sometimes you do have to take a leap of faith. Like, you look at, hello from Illinois, USA. Hope you are well, brother. Thank you. I am doing fine. Sometimes you think, like, do you guys remember when the UDR came out? All right. Now, there was no other car on the market like the UDR. And the same thing goes for the X-Max. The X-Max was a huge truck. There was nobody else making cars that big. T-Brand made a huge leap in a leap of faith, actually, in making those two cars when there was nothing else on the market like that. But if anyone is going to take a leap of faith and be able to afford the backlash, it would be T-Brand. Luckily, it paid off, because now you have the X-Max, you got the Sen Reaper, you got the Creighton K8S. So you have all these cars, and there's a couple other ones from smaller brands. I think Red Cat has got one as well that nobody really cares about too much. But they're the cars that have come out now. The UDR also started another trend. You had Losi come out with the Super Baja Ray, and now you've got Armour with the Mojave as well. And no doubt there's probably going to be more companies jumping on the bandwagon there. So to simply say, you know, I was going to say, oh, no one's going to get into the 5th scale crawler market. You know, 5th scale crawlers, you know, too big. But who's to say that people won't take to it, right? Who's to say that it won't start a new trend? And, you know, if Axial do something crazy like that and people take to it, then you might see, you know, T-Brand come up with the 5th scale TRX4 or something, you know. So, I don't know, man. You never know your luck in the big city. So, hopefully, we'll see some good stuff coming through. I mean, I'm very much looking forward to seeing what Armour release this year, because last year they had a huge year. I mean, we're talking a huge number of first releases, and you know they definitely knocked it out of the park. But I'm curious to see what they do in 2020. Is it going to be just a series of upgrades and updates that they're going to do to their cars? I mean, the Creighton K8S has already received a little bit of an update. So are we going to see any more updates for that car? Are we going to see any updates for the other cars? Given the current state of affairs around the world, people being ordered to stay home, is it really wise to release anything this year when people can't, you might be tempted to buy stuff, but you can't use it. You can't go outside. I mean, maybe in certain parts of the world you can, but that's going to limit your sales, isn't it? So, I don't know. I'm very curious to see what's going to happen. Not just from Armour, but from a lot of other RC companies. I mean, Horizon keep dropping. Excuse me. Horizon keep dropping new airplanes. They dropped the A10, which is a plane that I definitely want to get my hands on. There's also Flightline just released another plane. Horizon did another UMX, one of those like little civilian planes, twin jet, sort of like a private jet style thing. It's a very cool little plane. But I keep thinking, yeah, all right, you're releasing these things, but nobody can go outside and fly. Like all the flying fields in my area are closed. So I don't know. I don't know. I guess maybe in other parts of the world it's different. Maybe, everyone's being affected differently, so they figured, well, bugger it, we're just going to release it. It's on the schedule. We had this penciled in from last year. They're just going to release it anyway. But I'm curious to see what's going to happen. We're only in April. It's Easter Saturday. So we'll see what happens. We need more Aussie chop shops. You quarantine to your home. Quarantine to your home. Well, what's up? What do we got? What's up, Buzz? Where do Aussie RC speed run? Wait. Where do Aussie RC speed runs do their speed runs? Too far from you. I know you're looking for a longer runway. Stay safe. Yeah, I think they're in a different area altogether. It's been a pretty poopy year so far for RC. Yeah, it has been. It's pretty bad, but we can't complain too much, right? I mean, we have our health. We can still stay home and wrench on our cars, and we can still watch Netflix and do all that sort of stuff. So we can't complain too much. There are people out there in far worse conditions than us. We are very fortunate. Here in Australia, there is stimulus packages for people staying home. Why is this still not going in? People that have lost their jobs and things like that. So there is. Oh, I see what's happening. I got to do the same trick that I did with the other thing. So there's we're very lucky. Myself and those of you in the States, for example, we're very fortunate. We have governments that are able to give us support financially. We have good health systems, at least here in Australia we do. I don't know about other parts of the world. I can't speak for you. But, we have a pretty good health system. We have people that are able to get medical care, able to get financial care, and we really shouldn't be complaining too much. Meanwhile, there are other parts of the world, so for us, I guess my point is for us to start whinging about, RC, hold off on releases, I can't go outside and bash and all this sort of stuff. It's like, man, that's first world problems, let's just get over it. Let's just get through this, and then we'll go out there and we'll all have our bash sessions and we'll fly our planes and do our crawling and do all whatever it is that you do, right? Use our boats, blah, 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 blah. But at the moment, I think everybody just needs to shut the F up about this thing and just be patient and just be thankful that you've got your health, you've got your family, and, it's only a few short months. In the grand scheme of things, Now, when you look at the overall lifespan, this is nothing. This is a drop in the ocean. So, let's be a little bit more positive about it. And we will be okay. Now, can I... Oh, yes! Yes! That... Sweeter! Okay. Now I need to put the little clip back on. How does this guy... Okay, so the big one goes on this side, and the little one goes on the other side. And then I need to... Oh, I see. Wait, this was... How does this one... Oh, shit. Scheißen. Is that it? No! That's not how it was. So, wait a second. How was this done? I didn't pay attention. Should have been paying attention. So maybe it goes on that side. Ah, okay. You see? Yes, there we go. I got it now. That's better. Okay, cool. So there we go. So there's a clip that goes on here. And there's a particular way that it goes on. So it clips onto the top row here of this heatsink. So it clips on here. And then it clips on the second ridge here. Not the first one, the second one. So that's why that's there. Now we can put our pinion okay, let's see here. Hopefully that goes okay. All right, let's have a look. We are almost done, guys. Well said, Vaz. Even though it's annoying, I can't use my... RC can wait. Can you give Endless RC a shout out? Endless RC! Shout out to Endless RC. Here you go. Boost your immune system. Beat the crap out of it if you get it. Yeah. Armored did about 120 mile an hour with that motor in the Infraction. Well said. Great outlook. I'm not healthy. It will probably end me if I get it. Yeah, stay home, dude. Still enjoy FPV. Do I still enjoy FPV? Yeah, I do. I haven't... I mean... Mark, what LiPo charger do you recommend? All right, so let's look. Look, FPV, yeah, I still do. I haven't been able to do a lot of FPV flying recently, but I did go out and fly. Oh no! What's going on? Oh, it's hitting that stupid thing. You bastard. So, really? So how could I make... Oh, I've got to cut that, don't I? I'm going to have to cut that. I'm cutting that. That's it. I'm cutting that. All right, I'm going to show you what's happening. I'll flip... How do I flip the camera around? I keep forgetting. Here it is. Okay, so I'm going to show you what's going on. So I have my pinion in here. I have the motor mount. And you can see how I've put the washer... I've put a washer between... the mounting plate here and the motor. See the little gap? That allows the motor to pop in. I've had to take this off as well because the motor is only just long enough to fit in here and it was hitting this. And if you have that there, you won't be able to put the motor in because it hits it and it puts it on an angle and it won't fit and it's a pair. So you got to take that out. Anyway, so now I'm sliding this in and you might see what the problem is here as I slide this forward. Can you see what the problem is there? See, this is hitting the heatsink and it's not allowing my gear to go in all the way and mesh up properly to my spur. Only by a couple of mil, but I'm going to cut this here. I'm going to cut that flush right there because I don't need it. It doesn't need to have the back piece here and then I'll be able to fit that in. So, because at the moment, I mean, it's kind of touching the teeth, but it's not a good mesh. It's a little bit too loose. It needs to go in just a little bit. To remove the fan, I can remove the heatsink, but you see that this is all wired in. I'll need to remove all of that. And you can't slide it down, because if you slide it down, then see there's all the heat sinks missing from the bottom there. So if you slide this down and try to turn it down sideways, then these fins are going to hit your chassis. You're not going to be able to put the motor in anyway. So it's got to go in like that. This has to be in this way. And I can't push it back because it's hitting the cable, so I can't slide this back. So I have to cut that little piece of plastic there. So, bloody hell, eh? Just when you think it's easy. Just when you think it's easy. I thought I was just about done. I honestly did. I thought, that's it, I'm done. We're about to put the motor in, call it a day. But no. No. Curveball. Had to have a curveball. Can't go without a curveball. All right, what else we got? Just a tip. Yeah, just a tip, man. Got to do just a tip. By the way, for those of you who have an X-Max, I'm going to show you something. For those of you who have an X-Max and you've got one of the old bodies, like this body here, for example. So you see this body? So this is one of the older bodies. Now, these bodies, sometimes the screws pop through the actual body, right? We've all got that problem. Everyone that owns an X-Max has popped the screws through the body. But the newest version of the X-Max has body protectors. They have these things. You see them? And they have them on the back. See there? And they have them on the back side as well. So just there, if you can see it. I don't know if that's coming through very well. Anyway, you can actually get these for your current body, and the part number you need, what the hell is stuck to this thing? The part number you need is this one. It's backwards. Hold on. Let me flip that around. Here you go. It's that. Okay? So that's the part number you need there. That's all the little bits you get. They give you longer hardware as well. And then you can put them, there it is, on there. And on here. And there. See? Cool, huh? Yes, a quick Aussie burnout with the infraction in his driveway. Oh, okay. I see what you did there. All right, so you want me to put the K8S system in the X-Max. I mean, in the X-Max, in the infraction. I got X-Max on the brain now. And do a burnout in the driveway. All right, well, this is going to be a very long stream because that means I have to... that's a great idea. Yeah, all right. Calm down. Pretty good pressure. All right. So let me cut this little thing off. No jokes about that, please. Let me cut this thing off and then... Oh, God, how am I going to cut this? Is this blade even going to do it? I should really be using a Dremel. Or I have... hold on. Yes, do it. Send it. I'll wait. Everyone's going to wait for me to do a burnout with the infraction in my driveway. Great. I'm going to have to put the old tyres on. I'll have to swap tyres. I'm not burning... This isn't brand new tyres I put on here. So I'm not burning these. Alright, hold on. God damn it. I need... I need to remove... I can't even. Hold on. I'll move this out of the way. Jeez. The things you do for the likes, eh? Alright, well look, since there's burnout. Okay, hit the like button though. I want to see that like button, that count go up. Because it's been sitting on 46 for God knows how long. Come on. You want something from me? I want something from you. Hit that like button. And I'll do a burnout. 50. Here you go. Come on. Keep it going. There's 86 of you online. 83. Surely we can get that amount on there. So hit that like button. Keep going. 62. That's it. Come on, keep it going. See if we can get triple figures. Let's go. Dremel. Yeah, I know, but the Dremel, it's in the garage and I can't be bothered. And I can cut this really quickly if I just focus a little. Here we go. Here we go. It's done. See? Done. See? I just needed to remove the thing. 69. Full send. Come on. Hang on. Wait, if we're going to do that, I'm going to need a charged battery. So people are asking me before what charger I use. So here we go. Here's my charger. We're going to take this out of here. Get my cables. Don't get this mixed up. There and there. LiPo. 6S, baby. And we're going to go in here and get a battery. We're going to get this big boy here. Get rid of that. Don't need that. Don't need that. All right, hold on one tick. I've got to put the phone down because I can't plug these in one-handed. So plug that in here. And this is a 5400. This battery is a little bit battered, but that's okay. For a burnout, we're going to crank this up to 10 amps. Let's go. Boost. Enter. What? Cell error? What do you mean cell error? Uh-oh. That's not good. What do you mean cell error? One of my I picked up the one battery that's got a problem. Hold on. Let's find out what's going on. Hold on. What is happening? Ooh. Oh no! Balls! Cell number 6 is at 159. See that? That's the problem there. That's why it was giving me cell error. So, that's okay. Unplug that because that's super annoying. I will take care of this battery later. We'll do a little boost on it later. What else have we got that we can use? Rightio then. Got another one. That's weird because that battery has been in storage charge. It shouldn't have just died. Here we go. That one's okay. Let's see. Turn that around. Here we go. That one's good. That one's charging. All right. So let's go back to where we were. 79 likes. Come on, there's 95 of you. You want to see a burnout? Let's do some triple figures. I want to see triple figures up there. 82, that's better. Low voltage. Got a 5S LiPo. I got a 5S LiPo, yeah. Jeez, that beep is loud. Yeah, sorry guys. Yeah. There we go. We got a proper mesh. Nice. Now I can get my little sky. No. Come on. I can get this guy in here. And we're going to do our mesh. Sweet. Send off the battery. Yeah. I'll try and revive it. I'll try and bring it back to normal. Don't worry. That battery, believe it or not, the one that's got the low voltage cell, I actually got that because it had a troubled cell, and I've been using that battery for months. You can see it's been battered. I think the last time I used it was in the Mojave. So it's had some use. It's had some abuse. That was the battery that I did 136 k's an hour on the Infraction. Yeah, on the Infraction when I first got it. That was the one. 6S, you're 2S short. Oh yeah, true, huh? You want me to do it on 8S? Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay, you want to see 8S. Oh, God damn you guys. Alright. This thing's just going to shred rubber in like 3 seconds. Alright, don't worry about it then. Let's go 8S. You want to do full sends? Let's do full sends. What can we do? Where are my batteries? We have that one. And we have... Where's the other one? No, not that one. Where's the other one? Here it is. Here we go. Alright, so... 2 4S batteries. Coming right up. Ovonics 6500 60C. Sorry, there's a nice shot of my crotch there. Get that over there. I thought 6S would have been enough to do a burnout, but you guys want to do full proper. You want to do proper? We'll do proper. Let's crank that up. Go, 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 gadget, go. There we go, 10, 3, yeah, 4S, okay. Done. All right. 4S batteries charging. Wow, pretty good pressure, yeah. Look, it's all for a bit of fun. I mean, at the end of the day, you know, what would be the point of having a live stream when we weren't going to have some fun? Gotta have some fun. Gotta have some fun. I will warn you though, it's very windy outside. So, when we do go outdoors, it's probably, you're going to get a lot of wind noise. Just giving you a heads up. 90. Come on, we need 10 more likes. Let's go triple figures. Come on, people. 91. There we go. We won't feel it. Where in Australia am I? I'm in Melbourne. Fantastic day in New Zealand. Yeah, well, unfortunately, I'm not in New Zealand. In New Zealand. I think the noise of the tires crying for mercy will drown out the wind. That's a good point. It's a very good point. That is very true. Alright, so I should probably put this bar back down because it's annoying me. Kind of looks like the Infraction has an erection right now. So, Perth or Sydney? Where are you going to review the newer Proline short course truck? Wait, what? Are you going to review? Yeah, I will eventually. It's still sitting in the box. With so much going on right now, as far as, you know, with coronavirus and everything, there's a good, you know, I'm not going to be able to go outside and do any sort of major bash videos or anything, so there's a very good chance that you're going to see all sorts of little projects popping up, including that one. I've already got the power system for it. I think I have a servo for it already. Receivers I have no shortage of receivers, so come on, man. So I'm all good there. So it's pretty much all ready and set to go. I've got the body. I'm going to use the white Brute Bash body thing, so I'll use that. So that doesn't need any painting. That just needs to go have a stickers put on it, and that's it. So yeah, should be pretty easy to do. Now, where are we at? How am I going to do this? Because, well, balls. So I'm going to have to, god damn it, I'm going to have to Dremel this out. So this has got these little tabs on here. Hello from Texas. How you doing? These have got these little tabs on here, and that's not going to allow me to fit it in the infraction. So, Ford or Holden Vass? Ford, man. Why would you even ask that? So, you see, it'll not go inside, no fit. So I have to cut off these little tabs. So I didn't want to use the Dremel, but we're going to have to use the Dremel. Alright, we're at 95 likes. We got 5 more to go to hit 100, and then you get to see the burnout on the infraction. I got the batteries charging. Come on. Smash that like button. I want to get to 100. 96. Come on, who hasn't hit the like button yet? It takes a nanosecond. Hit that like button. We've gone down one. How do we go down one? Somebody hit the like button twice. 97. Yeah, come on, 3 more. You can do it, guys. Come on. 100. Yay! All right. Infraction. Oh, it's gone back to 99 again. 98 now. What are you guys doing to me? 97. Oh, God. That's it. Infraction burnout's off the table. Come on, the deal was K8S burnout. It's gone. It went down to 94. Now it's 97 again. If you've already hit the like button, don't hit it again, because that just makes it go downwards. Oh, God. Oh, this is too funny. Come on, 96. Oh, come on, guys. We had 100 before. I think we had 101. Here we go, 100. Yeah! 101. Yes! All right, that's it. Burnout is on. Now, do you guys want to come with me to the garage while I do the cutouts on these? You got no choice. You have to. Otherwise, I'm going to leave you here by yourselves. So let's go. ESPN. All right. So let's see here. This is a mess. My garage is an absolute mess. I don't know how you guys, what your garage is like, but my garage is not always pretty. Sometimes I do clean it up, and it doesn't look too bad. But right now, I'm actually a little bit embarrassed because it's not a pretty sight. 104. That's the best. All right, it's cool. So we are pretty much ready to go. Oh, cool. I've already got my bit on there. It's plugged in. Sweet. All right. So here we go. You got me? You got me. Hello from Washington State, USA. Travis Sticks. How you doing, brother? What else we got? The Basher community is so much more chill than the scale crawler groups. As long as you can fit the car in it, it's good. All right, yep, that's a very valid point. So, you ready for some noise? Sorry if it's going to make some noise. Where's this bloody on and off switch? Let's hope I don't cut myself while live streaming. That's one tab. You know what actually helped for me to actually see better is turning the lights on. That's a bit better. Hot plastic. Alright, that's good. That's 2 out of 4. We're almost done. Three out of 4. Almost done. Alright, we're done. That was quick, sort of, kind of. Alright, here we go. Alright, charge is still going, so we're okay. Oh, it's not the motor that I was dremeling, it was the ESC. So the little tabs on the ESC. Now I've got like a whole bunch of melted plastic bits on here, so I'm going to have to clean this up. Oh, that's alright, that was quick. Alright, cool. Let's see if we can stick this in here, eh? That's what she said. Alright, that goes in there like so. Motor white, no, this needs to be the other way. So that needs to be like that. So I put it like this, and then it fits very good, yes? If I put like that, then it sticks like that, and then that goes like that, and then that goes in there, and then, okay, cool. We can make that work, we can make that work. Doing a Super Lego mod. Alrighty, so who buys their double-sided tape in massive rolls like that? Come on, hands up. Who buys the double-sided tape like that? So this is this is my 3rd roll. This is my 4th roll. That's how much double-sided tape I use. So this one used to be this big. So I use a lot. Alright, I gotta try and put this ESC in here as quickly as possible because I want to be able to get this done by the time the batteries are charged. And then we can go outside and murder a couple of tyres. So for those of you who just joined, I've been encouraged and challenged to do a massive burnout with the Infraction. Since I'm actually putting the K8S system in here, so I'm going to basically destroy a full set of tyres, which I would assume is going to be about 10 seconds on K8S. And we're going to do this live. I might actually set up my camera and get it on camera as well, and then upload that as a solo clip on the channel or something. I don't know, just just to see what happens there. This is actually a really long live stream. I've been doing this for an hour and 40 minutes. I didn't think it was going to take this long. I appreciate everyone that's still hanging in there and watching. I know that watching live streams, like I've watched a lot of live streams before as well, and sometimes they can drag on a bit, but it seems like you guys are making this much more entertaining than I could ever imagined. So yeah, I do appreciate that. I also need to go get a glass of water because I've been talking for an hour and 40 minutes, and I need to wet the whistle. You know what I mean? How long will the tires last, people? Yeah, let's see. Well, first of all, let me see. Where are they? That's one set. Yeah. I'll put them on the front. I thought I had another one. Oh, there it is. And that's the other set. Okay. All right. Yeah, I got a full set. They're the original tires. These are the original tires that came on the Infraction, so we'll be trying them out. God. All right, I need to go upstairs. So you guys get to follow me upstairs now. Hey.
Resident Evil 2 on PlayStation is $25. I'm gonna get it.
Oh, do it. Oh, that's awesome. All right. I want to know everybody's house tour. No, I'm not going to give you a house tour. My house is a bit of a mess anyway. But look, my son playing PlayStation. We've got the big TV over here, 65-inch OLED. OLED, wasn't it? We bought?
Yeah.
OLED. So, we got that a few months back. So I want to know everybody's favorite energy drink. Because my favorite energy drink is this one. This is not a sponsored ad, by the way. But if V's watching, anyone from V's watching, want to sponsor me, by all means. But my favorite energy drink is water. Someone just says water. What is he playing? Warzone? No, my son. No, what are you playing? Oh, nothing at the moment. I think he's downloading Resident Evil 2 though. Surge, vodka, coffee, Dare, water. Tim Hortons, water, Mother. Oh, I'm not a fan of Mother. Favorite. No one's saying Red Bull. I'm surprised. So is beer. Beer is not an energy drink, my friend. If you think that's an energy drink. Milo Sweet Tea, Mountain Dew, vodka, Red Bull. Okay. Oh, sorry. So thirsty. Oh. Red Bull is trash. I have to agree. Many years ago, when Red Bull first came on the scene, yeah, I used to drink a lot of it. I quickly realized, freaking shit stinks. It really does smell. And then I guess you either love it or you hate it. But it probably does do some stuff to you, but I don't know. Chocolate milk. Okay. So, while we're doing these very boring little bits here before the batteries charge up, what's everybody's time? Like, what time is it where you are? Are you guys staying up late? Are you up early? What time is it where you are? 9:51 p.m., 9:50 a.m., 6:51 p.m. or a.m. 11:51 a.m., 10 p.m., 10 p.m., 8:51 p.m. Wow, it's just all over the world. Eastern Time, USA. Pilot Ryan! Pilot Ryan! How you doing, dude? Pilot Ryan's in the house. (11:51 a.m. England). Everybody wants to see. Pilot Ryan's doing all right. Man, you're getting some sick planes, Mr. Ryan. I'm very jealous. And the fact that you get to fly them too at this time of the year. Yeah. I can't do no flying at the moment, dude. Very bad. I'm having withdrawals. I'm starting to get a bit of a twitch. You know, because I can't fly. I'll tell you what though, my Real Flight 9 simulator has been getting one hell of a workout. I've been playing that every once in a while. You know, you got to get those skills up. Got to keep those fingers limber. You know, got to make sure you keep your muscle memory going. So, yeah, it kind of sucks. Can't do no flying at the moment. Burnouts, yes, we're doing a burnout. Don't worry. The deal was people wanted me to do a burnout, and I said, okay, well, hit the like button. If we get 100 plus likes, I'll do the burnout. Batteries are charging, and pardon me, and we're on 109 likes. So, deal's a deal. Burnout's going to happen. So, I'm just plugging everything in as we speak, just making sure that I do not mess this up. Alrightski then. Now that plugs in there. So I'm just plugging the motor wires in at the moment to the ESC. We're just about, oh god, that's kind of tight. Sorry guys, I'm trying to get this done. Who else wants a Techno 410? Sorry? Okay. Alright, so I think I'm going to have to rebind this as well because I updated the firmware on my radio and I lost all my models and I've had to rebind everything on here ever since then. Yeah, my infraction's not in here, so I'm going to have to bind the infraction. Pardon me. Create. Yes, model name. I won't worry about the model name for now, I'll do that later because it takes too long. Bind. Okay, let's get a battery. Now, I also need, no, I'm not going to use that. I also need whenever I do a bind, I always like to have the wheels off the ground, just in case. So in this case, I'm putting the infraction on top of a box, and I need a bind plug. This is the old style receiver. Okay. Bind, where do you go? You go in there. Alright skis, battery. Bind. Binding, not binding. Binding, oh no, okay. Start again. Sorry. Find. 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 Yes. We are bound. Bingo. Got it. Alrighty. So interesting thing, whenever you bind an AVC receiver, in case you guys didn't know what I was doing then, when you bind an AVC receiver, once it was bound, I had steering, but I had no throttle. And the reason for that is because you got to calibrate everything. So what I was doing was, after it binds, it tells you that it's bound, you got to go full throttle, and the light will sort of go off, and then the light will turn back on. You go full reverse, the light will go off again. You go back to neutral, you go full right and full left, and then it's done. And then everything's calibrated, and you can go move on, and use the car. So that's what I was doing, just in case you were like, what the freaking hell is he doing? Yeah, beautiful. All right, so that's all working fine. Just double checking that. So now we can put the receiver cover back on. I think my batteries would be just about done, hopefully. Yeah, batteries are just about done. So, very carefully. So we are only minutes away from a 8S burnout with the Infraction. Midday. Alright, bye everyone. See you, dude. Sorry you can't hang around for the burnout, but we're literally a couple of minutes away. Take that off. That's one. And the other one should beep at me soon as well. Okay. What grease do you use in your bearings? Well, you're not supposed to use grease in bearings. You're supposed to use bearing lube. What else we got? Switch to TV for bigger picture. Nice. The people are watching this on their TV. A 2-hour stream. Armour 3S Typhoon, one of my faves. Underrated platform. Like it so much I'm getting the 6S as well. Pilot Ryan! He's been beaten by the Armour Bug. You're gonna love the 6S, dude. 6S is awesome. I love it. I loves it. Now, I'm pretty sure. Aha! I knew it. This should be able to go in there like that. Yes! Oh, you little beauty. She's a little beauty. Now I've got to put a little screw in there. And let's see here. What have I got? Yeah, that little guy ought to do it. Boom! Ah. Alright, now only got a couple of screws underneath to go. Then we can swap tyres. And then we are done. We are ready to go outside. We got a Ford Truggy. Burnout time. We're literally a couple of minutes away, guys. I'm trying as fast as I can to put this thing back together. Everything is bound and ready to go. One of our batteries is done. The other one is taking its sweet time. Okay. Run my Typhon on tray. You're the man, Vest. Thank you. Very kind. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Here we go. Oh! How's that for timing? How is that for timing? Alright, so both batteries are done. Now we just got to do a very quick tyre swap. So, I'll show you what I'm doing, if you can see. Hold on. My phone is about to go for a 6er. Hold on. Oh God. Here you go. Alright. So, I use one of these. It just makes life easy. I'm removing these wheels because these are brand new. And since we're doing a burnout, I don't want to burn my brand new rubber. Okay, take them out, put that around. Okay, we're almost there, guys. We're almost there. Okay, now, these are the original tyres. You'll notice the two of them are a little bit more worn out than the others. The funny thing is, these were on the rear. So I'm going to put the good ones on the rear and the bad ones on the front. That's what we're going for here. So, flip that. Make sure we have them on nice and tight. Alright. We are almost there. Literally seconds away. Front. And rear. Where's the other thing gone? Here we go. We've got so many comments. I'm sorry I didn't read all of your comments, guys. I know this was so much of a conversation. It was more me kind of wrenching on this thing. Alright, batteries. Here we go, peoples. Here we go. Batteries are going in. Okay. That's one. Two. So this is why I love my XT150s, right? So on the batteries, red and black goes together there, just one of. And then one red into the ESC and one black into the ESC. Boom, that's it. Three connections. I might actually do this one underneath because it's flopping around. There, like that. Done. Alrighty. Radio on. Body on. other one here. Hey Noah, can I borrow you? I'll get my son to hold the phone so that you guys can actually see what's happening. So, okay, I'll flip this around. Can you, so we are live at the moment.
Okay.
All right, follow me. Okay. I'm gonna have to put the car down because I need 2 hands to open this door. Oh no, it's raining. Oh, it's okay. We can do it here. All right. Okay. Well, we can't go out there, so we might have to go here. I guess we'll just put it against the bin. This is all very top class stuff.
It's cold.
Yeah, I know it's cold. Okay. My wheels are turning because of AVC. I'm just going to quickly turn AVC off. Throttle, turn that down to 0. Sorry. And steering, turn that down to 0.
How are we doing there?
All right, back. Here we go. Alrighty. All right, Noah, get in on that because that's just where it's going to happen. You ready? Woo! Stinky. How's that? Oh, it's cold. All right, go inside. All right. We're at 2 hours and 3 minutes. I think we're pretty much done. Definitely trashed my tires. I'll see if I can get this out of here. We'll have a look inside. The interesting thing though, you'll notice that the power was kind of dying off a little bit. Ah, jeez. Ow. I don't know if it was my choice of batteries, my Ivonics not doing their job. Sorry guys. Or if something else was going on. Sorry. I want to have a peek inside. There we go. All right, so there we have it. Well, the back definitely got trashed up a little bit. So, yeah, there's not much left to the fronts. They're dead slicks now. Look at that. And they're hot too. They're nice and toasty. Alrighty. Grab camera, luckiest man on earth. Yeah, I don't know about that. All right. I think we're going to end this one here. And that's it. Look at this beautiful Melbourne weather we're having right now. You probably can't see it because it's pissing down rain. Yeah, you probably see it through here. There you go. So yeah, not much to do. You can't really be outside anyway these days. But that pretty much ends this stream. 2 hours gone. Thank you all very much for watching. Hey, look at that. We got over 100 people watching. That's pretty amazing. That's pretty amazing. We've cracked triple figures. Thank you everybody that's commented. Appreciate all the love, all the support. You guys, you know, I love you all very much, so I do appreciate it. Stay safe, be good to each other, and I'll be seeing you all in the next video, okay? See ya. Bye.